Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome to something a little bit different for the channel. Today we will be taking a look at Cauldrons of War Stalingrad. This is a brand new war game that just came out a few weeks ago, and is the sequel to Cauldrons of War Barbarossa. So, like I said, this is a turn-based war game, and instead of micromanaging all of your various units and, individual aircraft and airframes, like in something such as Gary Grigsby's War in the East, you are really making a lot of big-picture decisions, which I quite like and quite enjoy. Of course, you have the options to play as the Germans or play as the Soviets, and we're just going to hop right into some gameplay here. So today we will be playing as the Germans. As you can see, we have various difficulty levels here, normal, hard, and harder. We will go with normal. And we will choose this option. This allows you to see what the German High Command decided to do in real life, so you can see how your decisions will differ from theirs. We also have various scenarios here from the early stages to Operation Uranus. We are going to start with the early stages, May to June 1942. The Wehrmacht is actively preparing for its summer campaign, but the front will not remain calm. Each side intends to take advantage of the spring to reduce some salients and bridgeheads. The Soviets are opting for a large offensive at Kharkov, while at the same time the Germans are attacking the enemy beachhead in the Crimea. And that is our scenario. Let's go ahead and begin. So here we go, May 7th, 1942. First fruits, and this just gives you a little bit of background information. 1941 was a trying year for the Wehrmacht. Not only was the USSR still standing, but the Red Army has also harshly counterattacked throughout the winter. Greatly diminished, the German forces are preparing to revive the assault. There can no longer be any question of an attack on all fronts like last year. So a plan has been developed to destroy as many enemy forces as possible while seizing the oil wealth of the Caucasus. Until then, while waiting for our forces to be ready for the great summer offensive, cleanup operations will be carried out in the region of Izium and the Crimea, in order to improve our starting positions and free the 11th Army engaged at Sevastopol for other operations. Here we can see all of our objectives. We need to capture Sevastopol, drive the Soviets out of Kerch, and destroy one army or corps. If Sevastopol fails to be captured, we will lose 3 points. We need 6 points to obtain a victory, so pretty much everything needs to be accomplished, and Sevastopol is the big one. Here we can see the main campaign map. We can see all of the various fronts here and what is going on. We have our two army groups, South and the Crimean HQ. Here's the Crimea HQ. Normally, reserves would appear here if you had any, but at Army Group South's HQ, we do have some reserves. All of these armies are in reserve. Here, on the drive towards Kerch, we can see our armies. So we have this group here, bringing together German and Romanian troops. This group belongs to the 11th Army. We also have the 30th Corps and the 22nd Panzer Division. They are going up against these Russian units, the 47th Army and the 51st Army, who have exposed flanks, so we may be able to take advantage of that currently. Here, the 6th Army is encircled at Kharkov. Tends to happen to them. One of the Wehrmacht's most powerful armies, the 6th Army, is responsible for the push towards the Volga, and they are going up against quite a few Russian armies here. So that is going to be quite interesting to deal with. We will work on that situation soon. Currently, they are entrenched, though, and we are going to keep them that way. We are not going to assault these Russian armies. And here we can see our various actions. So we can shell the enemy, we can split our army up, or we can assault or send them to different areas. But that's not possible right now because they are encircled. Here we have the 1st Panzer Army to the south of the 6th Army, and to the north we have, it looks like, the 2nd Army and the 4th Panzer Army, and there's a couple of Russian armies in the area, the 13th Army and the 40th Army, who are entrenched. So that's the current situation. I'm going to focus on the Crimea sector first, because this is where the bulk of our victory points are. I want to drive the Russians out of Kerch, and then we will swing back around and assault Sevastopol with our full strength. Here we can see Sevastopol. We have the 54th Corps Siege Artillery, which will be able to, of course, shell Sevastopol. We will be doing that soon. And the Romanian Mountain Corps. So honestly, not a whole lot here. We are going up against the forts of Sevastopol. Armed with massive naval artillery pieces, Sevastopol's fortifications can crush any assault. So we are going to shell the hell out of that, that's for sure. Coastal army, and it looks like Sevastopol's navy. We don't have a whole lot there, but neither do they. So I do want overwhelming force to just crush any resistance here rapidly. So our first task is actually going to be this. So Army Group South, we have the Savlak Fast Division. Well motorized, this unit should be able to progress quickly. We are going to reassign them to the Crimea HQ, and we are going to have them go by rail. Let's get them down there. I want them to drive on and push the Russians out of Crimea. I think it'll be nice to have them there, and we can send them to the Kerch offensive now, and they are going to the front. And here we go. So the 30th Corps, I'm thinking I'm going to have them assault. Yeah, assault. There we go, and they have now encircled the Russian 51st Army, exposed flanks, and they are in a Kessel, which is perfect. I am debating doing an aerial bombardment. Of course, all of these actions take command points, which we do not want to completely run out of. Here we can see we only have one command point left. So mostly because we expended a few bringing that motorized infantry down here. So what I want is the 30th Corps. You know what? We'll have, what is the 30th Corps? And we can see various statistics down here. Yeah, we're going to have these guys assault as well. Yeah, why not? All right, let's crush them. So a lot of the decisions I make here in the longer scenario would have repercussions later on. So I'd probably be a bit more careful with my men. But right now, we just want to crush any Russian resistance as quickly as possible. So we can go on to the next turn. We have no more command points. There's not much else we can do. I do, however, want to probably drive north with this Panzer Army, the 1st Panzer Army, and relieve the 6th Army at Kharkov. Next turn. All right, helping the 6th Army. The violence of the attack on Kharkov took us by surprise. General von Paulus even momentarily lost his temper when he warned the High Command that the 6th Army was fighting for its survival. The situation would not be so worrying if one of our largest supply pools was not located less than 20 kilometers away from the Soviet troops. Considerable amounts of fuel, ammunition, and supplies accumulated there for months in anticipation of the Blau plan could fall into the hands of the enemy. At the General Staff, opinions are divided. Should we immediately launch Operation Friedrichs, relieving the pressure of the 6th Army and surround the Soviets? I think we should. Okay, the 17th Army is no longer pinned. The 1st Panzer Army is no longer pinned. Operation Friedrichs is launched. Army Group South Command. So we get +2 command points, and the Panzers get supplied. Yep, let's do it. Okay, and we want to help the 6th Army, of course. The choice of action seems to have swept away the spirit of doubt that assailed our soldiers. The Panzers launched themselves into a great encircling movement, which if carried out with diligence, will lock the Soviets in a big bag. All right. State of preparations, and here we can see the preparations for Fall Blau. This doesn't matter all that much right now because we're just playing the short little scenario. And here we can see our next turn. So our army is driving north. We can see the enemy action report here. Let's get rid of that. The 1st Panzer Army, we are going to probably break through here. How's it going at Kharkov? We have lost a few men. Okay, they're still entrenched. How about down here? These guys are moving to the... Oh, they're retreating. Okay. Well, in that case, we will see what we do here. Let's check down at Kerch real fast. Oh, sweet. The Russians left. Okay. Okay, these guys need to go to the front, though. I don't really want to waste a command point. We have anything? 20-second progress. Okay, perfect. There we go. We were able to sweep that out. We have completed that objective. And now all of these units are at Sevastopol. We are going to have our main guns, our big guns actually, probably start firing at the city, start shelling it. Perfect. And that leaves us with how many command points? We have 5 command points left, which is great. Okay, so here we want the 1st Panzer Army to blitz the 57th Army, who have exposed flanks. Let's go. They are encircled. Beautiful. Up to the... let's see what's going on here. We are going to continue to hold here. Up here. Panzer IVs. The 4th Panzer Army, excuse me, break through. Try to encircle them like that. Okay, how many command points does that leave us? 1 command point. Can I shell them one more time? Or should I just begin the assault? You know what? Instead of either of those options, let's just refit our big guns. We'll do that. Okay, I think things are going rather well thus far. I think maybe next turn we will try to capture Sevastopol. If everything goes well and goes to plan. I'm not very good at this. Just want to check here. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I'm kind of worried about the situation in the north right now, but I think it's going to be all right. Next turn. And maybe, okay, we have some crappy weather, rain and mud, which is certainly going to cause issues for our motorized units. Blitz, we may do that here soon. Okay, Sevastopol is what we will take this this turn. We have 3 command points. So the 30th Corps, what's the biggest army we got down here? It looks like this group. So we will have them break through and assault. These guys are going to assault as well. And that is all of our command points. Yeah, I think we're golden. We're running low on ammo, but that's fine. Hopefully we'll be able to take the city relatively soon. They are hurting. Next turn. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to completely take it, but we should be close to it now. They've entrenched themselves. Only 3 command points, my god. Let's see, siege artillery, shell the town one more time. How's it going at Kharkov? They're still encircled. And it looks like they're pulling some of their units back. The 6th Army will begin the assault. Okay, and here we can see our losses. We've lost 1 artillery piece. The Soviets have lost 3 tanks, 1 artillery, and 4 cohesion. So that is good for us. Let's check down here. Looks like these guys are straggling. Blitz. Soviet lot, that was a good move there. Soviet losses, 2 tanks, 3 artillery, 4 infantry, and 4 cohesion. And we may be running low on ammo. These guys are isolated, stretched lines. Okay, so we want these guys to probably assault with them, huh? Move them up. Alright. We're gonna wipe these guys out, I think. They're looking pretty sorry. And that's all of our command points. It looks like Sevastopol is getting whittled away, slowly but surely. The fortress is gone. We probably should have bombarded that completely and wiped it out first. However, I'm feeling pretty good. The coastal army seems to be in pretty good shape, all things considered. It looks like the navy is doing a little worse. All right. Next turn we should be good. We have a couple of command points, so let's resupply that army. And you know what? Shell one more time. That'll be our last command point. And this army is still encircled. We will probably assault them maybe next turn. This is kind of lowest on my priority list right now at this point. The situation seems to be well under control, I think. Next turn. And we'll continue on. June 4th, 1942. All right, Sevastopol, this is it. This is it, I think. 3 command points. 54th Corps, 30 Corps. All right. We are going to have the 30 Corps assault. 54th Corps assault. And you know what? Do it one more time. Okay, the Navy is looking pretty rough, straggling, exhausted, retreating, the coastal army. Yeah, I think this is ours. We've used all of our command points, but they have almost nothing left and no cohesion at this point. The Russian units, they have broken. We just need to drive on next turn and we should be fine. I should have probably checked the situation in the north. We're not losing anything. They attacked us and failed completely. They lost 2 tanks and 1 infantry. And here we go. Let's progress. And the 6th Army should maybe relieved at this point. Okay, no, they've regrouped here. We have 2 command points up here. I say we blitz. And we are low on ammo, so let's refit. And resupply that ammo. Oh my gosh, this is a massacre. I'm doing surprisingly well, I think. Let's see what's going on up here. They're still encircled here. We have no points, but this is fine. Stretched lines, isolated, exposed flanks, but nothing here is really a threat at this point. We're just going to kind of starve the Russian 30th Army. Okay, I think we're going well. And I'm probably taking this a little too quick. I should be more methodical about it. Okay, the Pacific, the Japanese have just suffered a major setback in the Pacific off of Midway, where a major naval battle has taken place. Axis cohesion -5, so somehow that affected us over here. But I think it's not going to be too big of an issue. Let's check these guys here. So, yeah, these guys are running away. That's fine. What's going on up here? That's fine. Well, maybe let's finish off Sevastopol first. Okay. Yeah, they are done. They are done. All right, 30th Corps, assault. Progress. And there we go. We have captured Sevastopol. Beautiful. Now the situation in the north needs to be resolved. Around here. 3 command points. Everyone should be supplied at this point. We have some stragglers for the 2nd Army. Look at these guys. They have no cohesion. And I think the little 4-leaf clover means they're inexperienced. Yeah, these guys are looking pretty rough. We're going to have the 4th Panzer Army. It looks like they're already just broken through. We'll have the 1st Panzer Army blitz. Oh my gosh, and we are crushing them. 2 tanks lost for the Soviets, 1 artillery, 2 infantry, and -6 cohesion. And they are now isolated, stretched lines, exposed flanks, and encircled. Oh, I feel kind of bad. And that, I believe, does it. Oh, congratulations, the objectives have been reached, and the operation is now over. We can progress on to the next turn. I wonder... Sevastopol is taken. Alright, Sevastopol has fallen. This important event immediately increased the confidence of the Axis soldiers. The huge means employed to support the siege can now be employed to support our offensive towards the east. Where to send the 11th Army? The mission of the 11th Army was to take the Crimea. Now that Sevastopol has fallen, and the job is done. And here we can see where we want to send the army. So historically, they sent the 11th Army, sent part of it to Leningrad. And in this scenario, it doesn't really matter because we aren't controlling the whole Eastern Front. In some of the scenarios, you will be, so Leningrad will be a concern. But we will send them to Army Group South. Should we take Voronezh? A few days' travel from our troops, positions extend to the region of Voronezh. The city is an important railway junction for the Soviets, so the capture of the city by the Wehrmacht would greatly complicate the logistics of the Red Army. The region also has important Soviet aircraft facilities. Yes, we will drive onward. And here we can see our forces are at the city. We have one... Who knows? I guess this is just a garrison. We are unsure. The 1st Panzer Army is right here. But they are pretty well supplied. Cohesion is great. I think they can face whatever is thrown their way. Like, go get them. Break through and blitz. The 5th Tank Army. Oh, that's a little scary. They are retreating. You know what? And air bombardment. Okay, they lost 2 trucks and cohesion. Alright. What's going on up here? They can break through. We'll just hold for now. What's up here? So the Russians are sending some reinforcements, but let's have these boys just entrench for the time being. Not much else to do, really. I've used all my command points this turn. Okay, cool. Well, the 5th Tank Army is not looking too hot. Our army is still doing rather well. Supply is a little low for ammunition and fuel. We may have to resupply next turn, but I'm fully confident in our ability to take this town. Next turn. Victory at Tobruk. There we go. Good job. Our plans are in the hands of the enemy. A liaison aircraft just crashed behind enemy lines. This would not be so catastrophic if it did not carry the blueprints to the first phase of the Blau plan. A rescue mission was able to locate the aircraft, but they were unable to find the precious documents, which are now probably in enemy hands. What lessons will the Soviets draw from this information? And here we can see we will lose 2 command points this turn, and the enemy draws conclusions from this, but we will not know which one. So we have a little bit of fog of war with the game. The game is, like, I do really enjoy this, like, all these different decisions you can make, and it's quite in-depth for a $10 game. It's quite fantastic. Okay, someone's a little furious, but sucks for him. Here we go. And the 6th Reserve Army to the front. How are these guys doing? They're still retreating. Let's keep blitzing them. Lost 2 tanks, -4 cohesion. We have not lost anything. We need to resupply, however. And it looks like we'll have to resupply. No, we can resupply them with trucks. We shall do that. And we will have these guys go, the 6th Army, head up here to help support the 1st Panzer Army. And we have no more command points, unfortunately. We're really just focusing on this. Like I said, in the bigger scenarios, you would have much more to manage, and your decisions would be a bit tougher. All right, next turn. Oh, and I guess that is it. So this is a minor victory. I thought we did okay, but 8 points gain. Kerch Bridgehead destruction. Sevastopol was captured, and Red Army losses. So not too bad. I guess we did not capture the final city at the end there. I should have pushed a little more aggressively, I suppose, but it would have been captured pretty shortly after this. Well done. And there we go. That's that quick little scenario out of the way. Of course, there are far more complicated scenarios, and I believe the Historical Gamer has actually played through a few of those on his channel, so just check those out. Like I said, the game is $10 on Steam, and I quite enjoy it. It is a lot of fun, and I do like making the big picture decisions instead of micromanaging all sorts of just, you know, every single core, for example. I think that can be a bit tedious. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. I know it's something a bit different for the channel. Maybe I'll do another video playing as the Soviets, but let me know what you all think. Thank you all for watching as always. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and comment, as it does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.